All right, market recap time, January 22nd. Oh, dog shit price action, but I will say the trade plan was absolutely perfect today. They did a lot of tricky stuff on the tape and disappointed with the way I traded it today. Overall, a good day, but it could have been a lot better. And I'll kind of explain a couple things, but overall was perfect. I can't complain, but I just hated the way it traded. The levels and contacts were perfect today. Um, for the team, but it's just the way it traded was really annoying. Um, Again, a little bit of housekeeping. If you like what I'm doing, give me a thumbs up on the video. Like and subscribe to the channel if you like what I'm doing. You can see how accurate these trade plans are, levels and context are every day. So every day we're killing it. It's just a matter of user errors or not waiting, right? And sometimes it gets a little bit frustrating. The last couple of days the price action sucked, but you can tell every day the levels and context is bang on. If you want to come learn what we're doing, links in the description. Come join us, man. I'm really active with my team. I'm basically trading with them 8 hours a day, even more than that. And we do an hour recap session every single day. I just wrapped it up, and now I'm on here doing a YouTube recap. So I'm gonna regurgitate things I went over with them. Not quite as detailed, but I'll just kind of lay it out for you on the E-mini. That's all I traded here today. I didn't even look at the NQ, but levels for the NQ traded perfectly. Let's get into it. So what did I say here? This was 45 minutes before the open. So no change to the plan this AM, fellas. Okay, laid out a watch list plan. Everything was still totally active. We expected the market on the long side to trade into 6132.75. This isn't after the fact, guys. This is 45 minutes before the open. What was the high today? Where did all the transactions take place? Where was all the resistance? 32.75. Okay. But the key is right here. Overnight inventory, Globex inventory is long, and the market wants to sniff into our 6132, where I will look to take a short position intraday if order flows agree. Oh boy, did it ever agree. From there, this is the key. This is before the open. 13.25, important intraday level for the open session. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark. Where was the low of the session? 13.25. Where did all that crazy bidding come in? 13.25. Okay, order flow shows you the way. Levels are bang on. Pretty much calling the low a day before we even traded. But overall, we'd like to see 6103 trade. Didn't happen. All the bids came in, 10, 12, 13K blocks right at 13.25. And we got no retest of it, right? I hate it when it happens. Got no retest. I could have long there at 18, but I'm just like, if it doesn't retest my level, I just don't trade it. So then I just waited for the short. So it's kind of a hard fought win, but worked out perfectly. Long getting pretty exhausted up here. Absolutely it is, but doesn't mean it still can't go up. That's the key. Yes, we feel the auction is very labored to the long side, but it doesn't mean it still can't go up. Why can it still go up if it's labored? Because shorts get offside and they just got to bid enough to keep this thing rolling up, and then the shorts stumble over themselves and get out, right? All they got to do is just keep supplying a bid. They don't need to buy. They just need to keep supplying a bid and not let it break down. Okay, that's the key thing to understand the auction. Seeing 6103 trade intraday is preferred didn't happen. We held 13, so we will see if we get this during the cash session. No, we didn't. 13 held. I'm sure we will either way before or after 6132.75. High day. If market bids more today, they are on a mission to get back to 6172 for the week. Absolutely they are. This is why I warn about being ultra bear. It can keep grinding until the bulls pull the actual bid. That is the most important thing to understand here. Okay. NQ, okay, blah blah blah. We don't really trade the NQ. The guys in the room mainly trade ES, but if you do trade the NQ, you're welcome. I provide levels, context, order flow, all that. I don't hate. Just ES is my preferred instrument because it's 2-3 times as liquid and it pays more. People won't be saying, oh, but the risk is twice as much. Who cares? The big dogs are on the E-mini. I'll tell you that. All right. And that's it. I mean, I called the bottom and top of the market before it even traded. I'll show you what they did. They did some tricky shit, and why I'm so disappointed at 2 p.m. not taking the reshort. And I already talked about it with my team, but here we go. As soon as we get into the top here, called the top, as a trade, right? I'm seeing order flow. This is at 10:11, so this will be 11 a.m. Eastern time. We'll look at that candle. So the 11 o'clock session. I'm seeing order flow here start to slow down to 35. So calling the top, saw it on the tape, but still no opportunity. Letting this develop to see if we accept back below 32.75. Bam! There we go. Have to let it set up. Can zombie grind it to 42, but I will sell 32.75 if we set up. Absolutely. That was the plan. Let's get into the charts. We're just going to look at the E-mini today because it was perfect. So here we go. This is what I call a rocket candle. We open, we dip. Where do we go? 6113. Perfect. No inventory. Brrr. There's your fuel. Take it up. There we go. Pull back here to overnight highs. I don't really trade overnight highs. I don't really care about it. I just care about the levels. But we had a level sitting here right at 18.25. Could have bought it here, but I laid off it, man. If I don't get a retest at 13, I just don't take the long. That's simple. Just as much as that. Now we get into 28. We can see we pull off the bid here and we come down, but I'm like, they're going to trade. Let me move my ugly mug here a little bit. Let me back it off. There we go. They're going to trade 34.75. They're just, it's gonna trade. So you have to, when you understand the levels, you just like, okay, well, just, even though they're doing this, like they're gonna get it up here because this is where they're trying to get it to. Once it trades, so 11 o'clock. Okay, no, I saw that warning was sent here, so I don't know why the timing is off. So yeah, it's 10 noon. Yeah, that's right. So it said 10. Sorry, let me just go back to this. It had to be the noon candle. Yeah, sorry. That would be noon Eastern time. So I'm 2 hours behind. So that right here, noon. So right here at noon, I saw into 35. I said, man, there's no more bid here, right? There's no one willing to bid here. So once we close under the session red, it was time to go short, right? And then we rotate down here, and this is where it got really fucking tricky. And I was hating the price action here. I was hating the price action right here. Sorry, this is in the wrong place. This should be down here. 32.75. Right. It's bugging me here. It's not in the right place. One more tick down. Come on. There we go. Okay, well, you get it. 32.75. Should not say 34. 32.75. When we close this session, it's like we just stayed on the level for like 2 minutes. And I was like, I hate this tape. I struggle because of the way my brain works. I struggle in slow tape. And when we get the E-mini and the NQ and it slows down like this, I can't stand it, even though I see it coming. So we closed this session right on it. So I was short already on a 15-minute entry, but I didn't like this close because we had a bid up here at 30 and they just kept hanging on. And then we finally got the wash down into balance that I wanted to see. Now from here, I wanted to see a move to 18 off of 34. Okay, let me just draw this out. And this is what we were talking about in the room. Be like, okay, we should be able to get down to 18 from 32.75 today. This is my target from 32.75. I expected people to try to buy IBI. It's just natural. Chart traders, structure traders, people want to buy it. They want to buy. That's their little line, right? They want to buy it. But when we got this close, like they buy it here, they send it right back up to 32.75. It was perfect rejection. I was really disappointed I didn't reshort here. I was talking about the mean. I'm like, man, I can't get over the fact I didn't just like reshort this. It was like a picture perfect setup for us. And we get this beautiful reaction here. And once we close beneath this 28 level, I had a level that IB high was sitting right here, 28. Once we got acceptance below and then the offer moves down here and gets here, I was like, this is looking great. We should be able to trade 18. But what I kept telling the guys is there's fucking stops at 25. If we can't wash these stops, they're going to trap and rotate this thing back up to 32.75. I was aware of the stops at 25. And then so once we get this closed and we get the offer moved down, I'm like, it looks good. You got to stick with it. And then we come down here and we trade one tick below the stops, and they just fucking brrr, and they bid it right back up to here. Oh, I gotta re-up my Sierra here. Now, here's the problem that I'm really disappointed for me personally is I needed to reshort this because for me, this is a 4-hour setup, right? We closed the 4-hour at 2 p.m. underneath my level. And I knew that this was most likely going to pull back probably and test this at some point because it's a supreme short opportunity, short setup that we get, maybe 2-3 times a week or a long opportunity on the 4-hour session. So I always watch. There's only 2 candles on the cash session that open and close on the 4-hour, right? If you don't know what they are, do your homework. So we always watch them. And I'm like, it comes up and maybe it's a hard short, but I'm like, this is where I just put risk on and I just don't care what happens. I'm just like, it's either going to take my stop or it's going to go right to my fucking target. What happened? We closed one tick below above 32.75 and 3 o'clock opens. What's it do? Drills down and then after hours goes right to my 18 target. That was the most frustrating part of the day. It's just like, what do you do, man? Ah, man. Sometimes. But what I can take really good away from this session is just like the context that I laid out before the bell was perfect. The levels traded perfect. It was just the execution on my end where I didn't maximize the day. So I'm going to go back. There's always something to learn from a not so good day. Even a green day, small green day, it's good across all accounts, but I could have done better. So I have to go back and I have to learn from today and just do what I do every day and just take the trade. When it sets up, take the trade, honor the risk, and just leave it alone. So a lot of times I'll just take the trade and I'll walk away. I won't even look at it. Right? I set my stop, I set my target, and I come back half hour later and see what's happening. I don't like to really look at it because all the hard work's already done on the trade, on the prep. As you can see, I'm a heavy prepper. So once it sets up properly, right, I get my one shot of the day, right? If I'm lucky, I get 2 trade opportunities, but mainly I just take one up a day, maybe 2 max. Today provided 3, which is cool, but I don't want a lot of opportunities. I only want 1. I only want 2. That's it. That's all I need. But when it sets up for me, it sets up very powerfully. So this is why I'm so disappointed I didn't take the reshort here at 2:30 or 3 o'clock. I should have shorted that, absolutely. And I definitely should have shorted here at 1:30. That's like bad. So very tricky right here what they did, but we saw it and we were talking about it at the room. I think I typed like 15 times. I'm like, there's stops at 25. These things got to go. 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 And they just fucking sent it right back up. But they sent it back up because this is a 4-hour setup. And I shouldn't have been surprised by that. Right? I actually knew about it, but I'm like, oh, okay, fucking whatever. And this is why I'm so disappointed by not taking the 4-hour setup. But it's all good. It's just a day. It's a green day. I'm happy about it. I'm happy about how the levels and context played out. It's just, you can do better. And tomorrow we come in and we just fucking do better. 2 more days. We'll see what they do here tonight. They're on a mission here to get this thing to 72. We'll see if they can bid this thing tomorrow over 32.75. We're about to find out. There was a lot of shit sold here today. I'm talking like 350,000 contracts were sold up here. At least about 260. We were looking at it in the meeting. So yeah, there's quite a bit of supply up here, man. So it came in exactly where we thought we would see it. So I'm going to stop rambling. That was my day. That was the team's day. I thought the levels and context, again, were absolutely bang on. And again, if you want to learn how to do this, man, just come and hang out with us. We got a really small team, tight. We all work together. We're all looking at the same stuff. You get this type of stuff all day long, right? This is adding to the watch list, the trade plan that I sent out last night, and then I updated in the morning if it needs updating, right, once we look at Globex. And then you get me on the mic for an hour and a half every single day. We do an hour-long recap, and then I'm busy in the room all day long typing, right? We're just like, look at this close, look at that close. We're looking at the bid's moving up, offers moving down. Watch out for this. The stops are here. And I'm just teaching all day long while I trade, man. So If you want to come learn this stuff, you can see how accurate it is. Links in the description. If not, just give me a thumbs up on the video. Drop a comment. Like and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. I appreciate anyone who's watching. There's not many people that show up on the live streams here. There's maybe like 8 or 10 people, but I mean, you're getting my live commentary for an hour every morning. Hopefully, it'll catch on. More people show up, but for the people that have been watching, thank you very much. I appreciate the support. So we'll see you guys Thursday morning here for the session. We'll see what Globex wants to do tonight if they want to rotate this. But we lose 13, man. Y'all in trouble, right? I will say that it's very, very thin, and this auction is not healthy. I'll say that it's not good. And the higher they try to push it, the weaker it gets. It's not looking. The structure is not looking good. All the way down to 58.98. Like it gets ugly really quick. So I see what the bulls are doing, right? The market has an agenda right now. What you can see when you see this type of tape, let me go back to my screen, sir. When you see this type of tape where this right here should have sold off, right? We should have sold this session, I should say. We should have sold this session all the way down to 13. Like this shit should have just been like, right? But when the market has an agenda, they're trying to get the daily close over 32.75. Don't mind that 34. It's a typo. It's 32.75. And you can see this level that I laid out 45 minutes before the open was just like boom, 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 boom. So this is the bulls trying to get acceptance over the level. Now they're going to have to try to do this tonight, right? They're going to have to bid 13, low as 6103. They're going to have to rotate this thing back up. They're trying to get Thursday's close over, 32.75. Ideally, they get it over balance. If so, we've got those higher levels that we're ready for tomorrow. But, can it go up there? Absolutely. Is it weak? Absolutely. Right? But it doesn't mean that the market's going to sell off because it's weak, right? If they got an agenda where they're trying to get it to, they will get it there and then pull the bid. Okay? So this is where shorts get caught up. And if you don't understand the order flow and what they're doing, like it can look as weak as they want, but you got to understand the context of what you're looking at. All right. And this is what I really try to focus on with everybody. So anyways, I'll stop rambling. Hopefully you enjoyed that little recap. Thanks for watching, man. Appreciate it. We'll see you guys first thing in the morning on live stream. I'm out of here. I'm going to go hang out with my kids and go run for 5 miles. Woohoo. See you guys later.